Make the three of us. We got soul.
My roomie this one.
Girls are better than girls. Stand up really girl.
Hello guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi.
We're not that shallow. The three of us. We are soldiers.
Hello guys, you're welcome to another episode on EWL Podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is a platform for you to be expressive and the reality check. And yeah guys, I'm here to break a very major news to you guys. So this is episode 30, and as usual in our 10th episode we give a recap of our previous episodes so far. So I'm going to be giving a recap from episode 21 to 29, but before that I want to announce to you guys that I'm going to be going on a long break. So turn on your notifications, turn on your posts, whatever, where you stream my podcast, because Luchi is coming with a banger after this long break. Okay, reason why is because I'm running up my university, my BSc degree very soon, and I need a lot of time, I need a lot of energy. You know that word they say, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God belongs to God. So I think it's time I give a little break to my podcast and finish my BSc and come back with a lot of juicy for you guys, my FYB, my last 100 days in school and everything, and how everything has been so far. So yeah guys, I'm going on a long break, and before that, let's give our recap from episode 21 to 29. Okay, from my episode 21 I talked on Ndumodo. You know, when I actually stressed on love me now where I did alive, don't come and love me when I'm no more. Okay, I stressed on loving people, how we should show love to people. Don't wait until maybe the person is sick before you send your regards to the person. You can call. I'm not saying you should be calling the person often because it gets tiring sometimes, but in that episode I was trying to say, let us try to love one another, let us try to check on each other once in a blue moon. It's not going to harm us, get what I'm saying? And what actually inspired that episode was what do you call it, sorry, I'm trying to go through what I'm saying so I don't want to say rubbish. Okay, yes, it was inspired by Sound Sultan. Yeah, I mean, Genesis, so rest in peace. And a lot of people had this controversy that I not post the song, I don't know when they are alive and not when you don't die. And I'm as humans, I know it's impossible for us to keep track of people when they are actually with us. You know, this adage I said, we don't actually value what we have until they are no more. I think that's what happened in South Sultan's case. A lot of people admire him, a lot of people gave him shout out, but I really do not know his songs like that. But it was when he was late, he became late. English don't tire me, seriously. So it was during his farewell messages I got to know South Sultan actually had an amazing songs and all stuff. So yeah, that inspired that episode. And down to my episode 22, we talked about 5 lessons learned, and I actually gave 5 lessons. I talked about my love for God. I am unashamedly in love with God. I also talked about humility. I talked about 5 lessons last, so go straight my episode. I actually cannot go into details of what I talked about. So yeah guys, I talked about 5 lessons learned, and most importantly I talked about two things very well. I talked about my love for God and respect. Let's try to respect each other, let's try to love each other, humility and all that stuff. So go stream my episode and engage in this conversation. And for my episode 23, I talked about pride. When I said pride is not going to pay your bills. So yeah, I talked about general stuff on that episode. My episode 24, I talked about money or love. I really did not go into details on that episode, just talked about general stuff. And I was like, I can't place one above the other. The video things say when money enters, love is sweeter, and I believe in that adage. Thank you very much. For my episode 25, I talked about feeling apologetic for your actions. You know, sometimes we just do some things and we just feel like, I don't owe you an explanation. But sometimes you do owe an explanation for certain things or certain behavior we try to put out there. So yeah, I was saying we should feel apologetic for our actions and try to be responsible for certain things we've done. So for my episode 26, a lot of people will see me say feminism. Yeah, I'm a feminist and I actually accept that with my full chest, but I'm actually conservative feminist, where a controversy arose online, and we're talking about a statement made by a general overseer's wife, where she said that people that push for feminism, or rather push feminism in such a way that is a battle to overthrow men in the society. So me, I did not agree with that thing, with that statement she made. I was like, feminism is really not outfitting another gender for another. It's just more of, it's just a fair fight for equal, not equal rights per se, but just a struggle of personhood in the society. And I was having a conversation with my friend David, and he was like, feminism is like a cancer. And my message there, when I went ahead in my episode 27, we talked about feminism too, where we talked about the kind of message we pass across, and I said that our socialization is really sad, because I believe that everything starts with what our parents, our family, your roots of socialization. I was like, our socialization is sad and all stuff. So go engage in that conversation. Feminism 1 and 2, episode 26 and episode 27. For my episode 28, if you're watching Big Brother, you understand what I'm saying. Mental health is very important. It's very, very important. I talked about our mental health and the importance of engaging in this conversation. It was actually inspired by KV's situation on Big Brother Nigeria. You know, he got to some point, the housemate was like mimicking his attitude and everything. So I think mental health is actually negated in this part of the world, because they feel we are Africans, we are bold, you're beautiful, and you actually don't have anything to worry about. Anything you give an African man, you go take him. But really, I think it's actually neglected, and I think we should put words out there that sometimes it's okay to not be okay. Yeah, did you get that? Like, it's okay not to be okay. So I gave my thought on mental health and the need for us to create this awareness on mental health. For my episode 29, yeah guys, before I peace out to you guys, Tivola notice, I talked about my FYB week, and for those of us streaming on YouTube, you're going to be saying my igili. Somebody's not gonna love me one day. Somebody's not gonna love me. My igele. So it was actually an interesting week for me, and I actually gave a little piece of advice where I said that sometimes you and someone having a conversation does not really involve your families, does not really involve my personal business. You can actually just say random stuff, but don't involve my family, don't involve my personal business. It's kind of going to get irritating and so yeah, I also talked about BB Ninja gist, where I talked about the conversation that happened between Angel and Buma. So I tried to link it up with you getting my personal business in our conversation. I feel it's really sad, it's really petty for you to do that. And yeah, that was my recap on episode 21 to 29. So guys, I'm going to be leaving you guys with the short words and encourage and appreciation rather. I'm really grateful to all my audience. I'm really grateful to all my, how will I put it now, my supporters, my I don't know, my admirers. Yes, my admirers. A lot of people come and meet me, say, EW, oh, I love what you spoke about recently. And I'm like, oh, definitely. I want to give a shout out to my admirers, my supporters. You guys have been so amazing. For those, especially those of us streaming on Apple Podcasts, it's really an honor that I actually got an email from Apple Podcasts saying that my podcast is doing well. It's really overwhelming for me. I just started this podcast just to get my voice out there, but a lot of people get some message from this podcast, and I really really appreciate your gesture towards me and whatever thing I've been saying so far. So a big shout out to my family, my mommy, my daddy, because my dad is a major inspiration for this show. He has a very major role to play in the show, because in every episode I talk about, I remember the kind of conversation I have with him. So shout out to my dad, shout out to my mom, shout out to my sister Cody, shout out to my brother Gochku. Sometimes if I don't even post my podcast, it's like, oh, you didn't post today, what happened? I'm like, don't worry, it's on his line, he's on his way. So shout out to Apricot TV, yeah, Trade Smart, we're repping Trade Smart. Shout out to my graphic designer Ekene, my G for life. I really appreciate You know, sometimes it's another person that is telling me, oh, you go for it, you can do it. I'm so grateful for your support. Shout out to Flossy Posse. You know, if you know Luchi's concept, you know that there's something called Flossy Posse. Yeah, shout out to my friends, like in their own different ways they've supported me. Shout out to my roommates, Chisom, really amazing people. Shout out to Shian Maga Dimewo, Shinji. Yeah, shout out to you. She literally invited some of my guests you've seen so far. So shout out to her. Shout out to Amani Blessing, my G, my brain. Yes, Blessing will not come for my episode, but she will tell me, Luchi, you're supposed to talk about this. Luchi, you're supposed to talk about this. She don't want to come, but she will not come and feature and talk about it. So shout out to Blessing. Shout out to Oge. Shout out to Favor. Favor is one person that if she does not see my podcast, maybe she's like, Luchi, you didn't send me your podcast today. I'm like, okay, I'm sending this to you right now. Shout out to Favor. Remy Leku, yeah. Hashtag relationship yawa. Yeah, shout out to Remy Leku. She's someone that I don't know. She has always encouraged me from day one, and we have this, you know, when they say you have twins dream, like you are dreaming of almost the same thing but different thing. So yeah, shout out to Remileko, and yeah, to other people I didn't mention, I'm really grateful. So guys, until I see you guys in a month or two, I don't know. That is me saying I really appreciate. And before I go again, I just want to put this out there. Let's learn to be appreciative of the opportunity given to us, regardless of whatever obstacle you face. Because most times I put my camera out there, I put my laptop, I plug my microphones, and I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. But because of the fact that I know there are many people saying, Oluchi, you actually have a voice, put it out there. And I'm like, okay, I want to stop at so many points. I want to give up at so many points. But because of the fact that I'm appreciative of the little love, the little support I get, it has actually pushed me far. So let's learn to be appreciative of whatever. Even though there are beans, if you ask for rice, you can't get beans. Be appreciative of that. It's really important in your journey in life. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as Luchi's Concept. It's gonna be on the screen. Let's give it a moment.
Cool, I'm not that shallow. The three of us, we are soldiers. The three of us, we are soldiers.
Yeah, guys, let's engage on these conversations. On my previous episodes, just send me your DMs, send me your messages, send me your thoughts, and I will engage when I'm coming back. Okay, yeah, on my Instagram page at Oluchi, my podcast handle at Luchi, my podcast handle at EW_podcast, and my brand handle, yeah, hashtag Ask Luchi is screaming on Luchi's Concept on Instagram. So yeah, follow my pages, and we're proudly sponsored by TraceMod.io, an online platform that helps eradicate scammers. Don't forget to check out our website at www.tracemod.io and check out the services we offer. Yeah, so guys, until I see you guys in I don't know, that is me signing out. I'm your host, Luchi Gloria. I'm gonna miss you guys. Bye.